First of 5 accusers returning to the stand later today.
Heidi Thomas says the comedian knocked her out with wine and forced her to perform a sex act.
We also heard this week that the original whistleblower, Andrea Constand, received a hefty settlement. Attorney Jolanda Jones is here to help us break it all down and understand what is going on. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Well, we're just in the beginning stages of what could be a month-long retrial. How do you feel so far this trial is different than the first?
Well, some weird legal things are going on, i.e. now 5 additional accusers can testify when before only 1. The law hasn't changed. I think the only thing that's changed is the Me Too movement. The judge is allowing the prosecutors to decide which 5, so it's like totally random. So I'm curious to know why they picked who they picked. They haven't disclosed that, but perhaps they want some celebrity back. So Janice Dickinson is one of the people that's performing. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, if you saw her on America's Next Top Model, and she's just different. But I don't like the way Mazzaro has been calling Constand a con artist. And if you look at her life, her body of work, you'll see she's not that person, right? So I don't know how well blaming the victim and attacking the victim is going to be, but I can tell you what's most different to me is that now this is no longer extraordinary, right? Now you have a bunch of people, or a bunch of women mostly, accusing very prominent men who paid them hush money or whatever. So the climate has changed, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work.
Well, and I mean, that's what's interesting is that the defense is not afraid of the Me Too movement here, because they are going after the victim in this case, calling her a con artist, saying she was after money. Do you think Cosby should take the stand and testify?
If he were my client, I would not put him anywhere near the stand. But cross-examination is grueling, especially for a good defense lawyer. And I just don't think he can withstand it. I mean, I know for a while they were trying to say that he was didn't have all his right faculties. So certainly if he really is like that, you don't want to do that. He's 80 years old, so he's up there in age. And it's just grueling. And once you get there, there are so many different ways to open the door to other bad behavior. So a huge misstep for him if they put him on the stand is he could say something that allows all 19 women they want to come in.
You talk about the flexibility of the judge in this particular retrial versus the previous. This is going to take twice as long to litigate this time, according to prosecutors, and they have unloaded. Why do you think that they have this extra ammunition, or they're being given this extra ammunition?
The judge did not explain why you can use 5 now, but you can only use 1 before. The law hasn't changed. I think it's absolutely the Me Too movement, because these accusers were there before the first trial.
Is it the climate that gives that flexibility, you think?
I don't know that the law should be flexible like that. People should know the law, so that's sort of scary to me. But as a criminal defense lawyer, I would be more terrified if I were Cosby's lawyers, just because now there are more people, so you can show a pattern of practice.
Sure, you have that chorus of voices now.
But when you let all these people in, the law is pretty established that they generally don't let in prior bad acts because it's highly prejudicial and it outweighs the probative value. So I think for certain, if there's a conviction, there's going to be an appeal.
Okay.
So this is not the last we hear.
I doubt it very much. That's Law School 101.
All right. Jolanda Jones, thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate it. Come
Thanks.
back again. We'll be talking about it for a month.
I will.
Hope to see you soon. We got lots more to talk about with it.
Absolutely.